Please welcome to the project for the very first time, Collingwood President Eddie McGuire.
Can I thank you and on behalf of your players for kicking poorly on the weekend and creating the draw so that footy tragics like me get another week.
Particularly Carlton footy tragics enjoying our... well, that's the great thing is there's another week of football and another grand final, of course. It's a huge build-up. The tickets to the members sold out by lunchtime today, so 40,000 tickets. It'll be a sellout. It's great that the people are getting there. And, look, I wouldn't care if it was 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, another grand final and chance to win the premiership. We'll be there and can't wait for it.
Can I say my wife hates it now? She's blaming me for the season continuing on.
My wife's not particularly wrapped either, particularly the European holiday that just bit the dust at 5 o'clock on that.
Europe's going nowhere.
Now, the last time there was a drawn grand final was 77.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, that year, St George and Parramatta also had a draw and they had to come back the following week to replay their final. They've since got rid of that in the NRL and they will have extra time. Why do you think the AFL has hung on to the extra week?
Well, it's only happened 3 times in 114 years and let's be honest, I mean, some of the hoo-ha this week about people talking about, oh, it's inconvenient, all this. This is, you know, these players have been training since November last year. It's been a lifetime achievement. People's reputations, their jobs are on the line, sponsorship, millions of dollars. It can't be just made up for a toss of the coin just because somebody in the stands got a wedding on this week or something like that.
Weddings, auctions, like people have lives to lead, you know?
It's not compulsory. You don't have to come. It's not. So, you know, bad luck. The game's on. This is life and death for us.
And half weddings end in divorce anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. You can't change your team, but you can change your party. It doesn't matter.
I don't get the thing about a grand final is players give their all. That's the time you lay it all on the line. Do they have anything more to give for next week?
That's a test. It's a game of attrition. You have to turn up. You know, we would like to think at Collingwood that the money we've put into the Westpac Centre, that going to Arizona, to putting altitude rooms in, to having psychologists, ice baths, all these things that they do throughout the year will manifest themselves at 2:30 this Saturday. The Saints will be thinking the same thing. But this is what it's all about. The whole thing about football at this level is climbing the highest mountain, and there's never been a bigger test in modern-day football than having to back up after that game particularly, which was one of the toughest, hardest games. I was so proud of both clubs, the way they played. It was just a wonderful exhibition of good, hard football.
Well, it's exhausting for the fans as well, and standing by in Port Melbourne is one of our favourite AFL fans, Ivy Moyle. Now, Ivy, we spoke to you last week and you were gearing up for this massive day. How are you feeling now?
Sick, absolutely sick. My sugar's gone up to blazes.
So, Ivy, are you a traditionalist? Do you like the idea of having the grand final replay a week later, or would you like extra time?
No, I don't. I don't.
And
it should be... I don't like it.
So what should we do, Ivy? What do you reckon we should do?
10 minutes each end, I think. 10 minutes each end, and I'm not...
Ivy, if we had 10 minutes after the game on Saturday, who would have won, do you believe?
Of course we would have won.
Turn it up, Ivy, for God's sake. What are you going on about? You're lucky to get that.
Oh, turn it up.
Ivy and I are old friends, by the way. We've known each other for years.
Absolutely, absolutely, Ed.
Yeah,
I should preface my remarks to you and to Ivy by saying...
Haven't seen you for a while, Ed.
Hey, George, stop interrupting while Ivy's talking.
I think about a current affairs program where they do that. But I'm wanting to help here. As a soccer tragic, you know that I kin in your game nevertheless. I was watching the game and I thought, do a bit of maths. You're the only game in the world that gets a point for missing for a start, right? Yeah. So 9-14, 68 versus 10-8, 68. Why don't you just throw away the points and St Kilda have got 10 goals, Collingwood have got 9, you lost.
George, I'm just wondering, what is in that glass?
We're going to go, just before we let you go, Ivy, we also have to say happy 89th birthday to you as well, and go to Saints for you on
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Would you please also thank Eddie McGuire for popping in. Thanks very much, Eddie, for taking the time. And of course, very important to remember the Commonwealth Games starts Sunday night, so when the footy's finished, don't forget the real sports action is right here on 10. Isn't that right, Eddie?
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Yeah, don't miss that. I must admit, I'll be watching the...